This is going to be a floating stream of consciousness about my biggest mistakes I've made running multiple businesses. This could have been done at home, this could have been done in the car, but I'm showing you the beautiful desert so you have something to look at while also learning about the biggest mistakes made by young entrepreneurs. Let's start with my first major mistake. I've done way too much business with my best friends and my family. And it's not that that's necessarily wrong. You do have to do it right, because I did it wrong. You don't want to hurt your best friend's feelings, so when they're doing a poor job or you're doing a poor job, you guys don't worry about the business, you worry about the friendship, and then the business doesn't grow. That makes it so you make assumptions about your best friends. You assume they're gonna work exactly like you. You assume they're gonna care about you as much as you care about them. You assume that they have the same priorities in life, but they just don't. You end up hurting the friendship, you end up hurting your business, and you end up not making an operating agreement to protect both of the parties involved. Because you think, why do we need it? We're best friends. We're on the same page. And you can do business with family. I do business with Michael. I do business with my father. But what you have to realize right away is you love your family more than the business. Then you can do business with family. If you can't remember that, and it's all about the money, it's all about the growth, then I wouldn't recommend doing it, because it can hurt relationships. You're gonna get in arguments, you're gonna go through stressful times. There's gonna be some rough moments. And I mean, Michael and I learned that when we were running our tech company and failing, we were business partners. We got away from being brothers and it hurt. We decided, you know what? We loved each other more. It was time to move on. It was time to have our best friends back. By best friends, I mean Michael and I just loved each other. We needed to hang out again. We needed each other as outlets. Yeah, we run other businesses now, and it's going better than ever because we learned. When you're starting a business, at least this is what I've always done, I freak out. I go, oh my gosh, I need to find somebody that believes in the mission as much as me. And when I find someone that even lightly believes in it, I need to do anything to convince them to stay with the company. And that's a problem, because no matter how experienced they are, whether they're right for the position or not, I give them too much equity, too much responsibility. I expect too much out of them, whether it's fair or not, and it handcuffs me in the future. I want to be more specific. You sometimes find partners, or you find people that'd be better employees or better managers. You just give them equity pieces of your company because you can't pay them right away. The problem is sometimes that's overpaying, because when you think about how big your company gets, if you sell it for 10 or 20 million, is that person really worth $1, $2, $4 million just for being a glorified employee? And it hinders your ability to do things in the future and add other talented people. There's 8 billion people in the world. You can find someone that's really awesome. I have guys on my team that are really awesome. I'm not really crapping on them at all. But I'm also getting at the little baby fact that you should spend a lot of time searching for the right fit. You don't need someone right away. I needed mentors to give me some actual feedback, but for some reason, I just threw that mentality out the door when doing a co-working space. I don't know why I thought all of a sudden I knew everything. Believe it or not, this just hit me like yesterday. We're 18 months into this thing, and we're looking at bringing on another individual to start another division in another state, and I realized I have no idea how to do it. And I had mentors in the past I could have tapped for that information, but instead, because it's landscaping, I'm trying to do it solo. What? So with that being said, my mistake is thinking I'm so good that I can do it by myself without a mentor. I'm gonna spend next week finding a mentor that can help explain how I should move forward. Did anyone see on the last short on YouTube? I don't know if the comment's on there or not, but someone on there, they said I I have to be a serial killer. I think that's how they put it. They said, this guy is for sure a serial killer. I don't know how he came to that conclusion, but someone else even liked it. As in, there are multiple people that agree. Let me just get it out there. I'm not a serial killer. Fourth thing, you don't need to know everything when you're starting a business. This is a mistake that I've made many times. I always think when I go into an industry, I need to be the expert, the leader. I can't ask for questions. I can't tell people how I'm feeling. I can't show pain. I can't show that I'm tired. I can't show that I'm stressed because that's just my job. I don't think there's any stoicism in acting like everything's fine. I now open up to employees, I open up to my partners, I open up to my wife, I open up to my family. I don't need to pretend that everything's going great all the time, because it isn't. And I don't know what I'm doing all the time. And I'm confused a lot of the time. That's because you're constantly doing new things and pushing new boundaries as an entrepreneur. And how are you supposed to know things that you've never learned? And I just thought that was a requirement. I needed to know that. And that's just baloney. I thought I needed to protect myself from looking stupid, and that hurt me in a lot of ways. I don't need to protect myself from looking stupid. I just am who I am. I know some things, I don't know others. Entrepreneurship definitely humbles you. Number 5, set realistic expectations. I think every market, every industry I'm going to go into, we're going to be a big old unicorn within 2 years. Going to be a 10, 20, 50, $100 million company. It's going to be simple. Couldn't be farther from the truth. You have to be resilient, and you have to accept that building a company takes a long time. It gets repetitive. It gets frustrating. It beats you down. And if you don't have realistic expectations, you don't fight through that, entrepreneurship can be a real problem. Oh, what are you doing in the tree? Biggest mistake that I make is not having definable goals. That's both for me and the company. That's both for people within the company. I just think everyone can read my mind. Yeah, I think I can just be like, hey, I have a vision to make a big company, so you're gonna do that and follow along with me without making mistakes. Even though the only place that has that vision and has those goals and has those steps in place is right here. In response, you need to have a lot of systems. You need to have a lot of definitions and a lot of roles implanted in your business to really let people know what they're supposed to do, what they're supposed to deliver every week, and what they're supposed to do to make that $10 million business. They need to see what they have to do. Wish I learned that one about 8 years ago. My biggest mistake that I always make is I think of the business as me. It's an extension of me. It's an extension of my heart and soul. It's my baby. I need to make decisions that are best for it, the company, right? You're looking at it from 1,000 feet up, and you're looking at what's happening within that company and what problems there are, and you're making decisions based off of what you see as an objective third party. And that's one of my biggest mistakes, because sometimes I can't separate the company from me. You start explaining to people that this is what the company needs. This is not what I need. This is not what I want. I don't want you to go. I like you. I genuinely do. But the company and the financials and the way that we're moving and the direction we're headed, the company is saying we're just not a good fit. Really, the point of this vlog is you're going to make mistakes as an entrepreneur. I still make them every day, unfortunately. But it also means that we're growing, and I'm making mistakes because, well, we're doing things that I've never done before. So don't beat yourself up. Don't throw pity parties. Don't quit. Analyze the mistakes, make changes, and get better.